Set. Certainly we're really pleased and really proud of our football team. It was just a tremendous team victory. Our guys in every essence played great team football out there today, so that was great to see. And I think needless to say, this is a really resilient bunch of guys that we're coaching right now. They just seems like whatever we throw at them, whatever comes their way, good, bad, or indifferent, they just seem to respond in a real positive way. So really proud of the guys for that, proud of their effort today. How good we are, I have no idea right now, but I do know this team plays extremely hard and they got a lot of guts, so it's just great to be with them today.
When did you tell Sean Welsh he was playing right tackle this week? When was that decided?
It was early in the week. We've practiced he and James in different spots, but we had that discussion, I guess, early in the week, Sunday, Monday, and just, that's how we started practice, I guess, Monday.
Did you have any?
What about Wadley and Mitchell?
Well, they didn't fumble, did they? No. One did come out, but it was after the touchdown, so that was a real positive step. In fact, they were both on my scrimmage list for next week during the bye week, so we'll count those snaps today maybe as part of that. Biggest concern with both those guys has been ball security, and they stepped up big. I think they just kind of got caught in the wave with the rest of the team. We needed them badly. Jordan coming out of the ball game, and it was a tough circumstance, so Akram stepped up. He's been doing a better job, too, the last 4 or 5 weeks in practice, and Derek same way. So really proud of their efforts, and, been scary to think what would happen if those guys hadn't played as well as they did.
Did you have concerns about CJ's mobility today, and how do you think
Absolutely, yeah. It was, talk about resiliency, and he epitomizes it. He embodies every bit of that. He didn't do a lot this week. He was walking like Amos McCoy back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You guys got to look that up. But got a little bit better as the week went, and that was just pure guts today on his part.
Amos McCoy?
I think it was Amos McCoy, wasn't it?
Gunsmoke?
Yeah, one of those shows. Festus, on that one. Yeah.
Festus, okay.
Can you sense in practice the way your line is playing that you're going to be as dominant today up front?
No, I mean, we're getting pretty thin at that line spot and learning on the run. But Cole jumped in there a couple weeks ago, Cole Cross, and we kept playing. And it's just kind of been the nature of things right now. So last week it was James out there at right tackle, and we just felt like it might give him a little better. Try to keep him at one spot, let him settle in a little bit. And Sean's a little bit more veteran. He's 2 years older than him, 1 year older as a player. So you just felt like that might be a better deal.
The Northwestern Iowa, for the longest time, games decided by a field goal or less. What's happened the last 2 years?
Yeah, we've had a lot of those with them, and that's what we thought. In fact, I would have been happy today if it was going to be that. I sure didn't see this coming, but again, that's just it's a tribute to our players. They really do a heck of a job.
Coach, your defensive line, as that game went on, too, not only the offensive line started controlling line scrimmage, but your defensive line did too. Is that just without Drew Ott? So again, the next man in situation.
It is, and just like on the offensive line, Blythe and Jordan Walsh have really, taken leadership there. They have to. I mean, they've got to play a little bit better. All of our veteran guys do, and I think Nate Meyer stepped it up even a little bit more, and he's been playing well. I mean, to infer that he hasn't been, but. Drew's not coming back, so other guys have to step up, and I think Jalil, certainly Nate and Nathan Budget are doing a good job. And we had a ton of respect for both sides of the football. I mean, we're worried about their run game for obvious reasons. They've been running the ball very well. Back's an outstanding player, so that was a big concern, and then flipping it around. They've done a good job against the run, so we knew it was going to be a challenge on both sides.
How about that play where CJ waits, and hits Derek Mitchell on that little dink? I mean, does that speak to his feel for the?
Yeah, we don't teach that. I mean, I'd like to say we do. There's a lot of things we'd love to take credit for, but that's just a good player, keeping a play alive, and good players do that. So it's certainly fair to call him a good player.
How big a deal was Akram's first touchdown run, the 35-yard run? I think it was shortly after Jordan was hurt.
It was, and Akram's done some really good things. He did a good job in this ball game last year. The biggest thing, just some little detail things that we see, and it's like every player. I say that all the time, but we get to see a lot more than the public does or the media does, and things that show up on game day. So it's those little things, earning the trust of everybody, your teammates and the staff. And but I think he's worked hard at that. He knew what the issues were, the concerns were. And I think I know he took a big step today, getting everybody's confidence in him. And Again, I think, you talk about sensing that we needed him, just like last week. I think Jordan sensed how important it was he do something in that fourth quarter. So what Akram did today is really a really positive sign, and we're really happy for him and really proud of what he did.
You know what Jordan's short-term status is?
Yeah, the good news is I think they were concerned there might be a fracture. They ruled that out, so we're looking at a sprain, and I don't know where that'll go, but good time for a bye week,
You
certainly.
used the word guts in terms of your team and your quarterback. What's the story behind that? Is that the story of the season so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a resilient group. These guys, I told them that last night, we've 6 games into it now. We've had a lot of different things thrown our way, good, bad, and different, and it just seems like whatever has come our way, we've handled it pretty well, the players have. And I'd like to say you can teach that, but it's just, there's something that grows a little bit in a team, and we're getting great leadership. So, once that gets going, it can be a really good thing. And today, we lost momentum before the half. Don't mind telling you, I was a little concerned about that. But again, it didn't seem to affect the players. They just came out and played in that second half and did a great job.
Everyone sees CJ's big arm, and you see, but his toughness and grit, is that even off the charts for you?
Yeah, I mean, going back to, I think the first time really, we started talking about CJ was that second ball game, and 2 words I used were poise and toughness, and I think he exhibited both those things, and continues to do so. He's just a tough-minded guy. He wants to compete, and but he's very poised out there. I mean, he really has a good awareness of what's going on, and when he's under duress, I mean, if he gets knocked around, which he has been this year, right now he's, fighting some injuries and what have you, but he just he keeps his focus where it has to be, and he's done a great job leading us.
Coach, injuries coming into the game, the injuries today. Talk about the way that the turnover battle, winning that, the effect it had on the team, trying to keep it positive.
Yeah, as far as the injuries go, if I said this thing the bye week couldn't come at a better time, I'd be wrong, because it could have come last week. That would have been a better time. I was really concerned about that coming in, but that's football, and so you play through those things. You hope other guys pick it up, and they did today. It was very evident, and. You go from there, and then the turnover takeaway ratio thing is something, a couple things we really believe in, and that's one of them. I think that's synonymous with being a good football team. And if you have a bad turnover takeaway ratio, you better be really talented and much better than the other teams, and that's hard to do. So, we're starting to build on that. That's a positive, and the takeaways in the second half. That's been the biggest difference thus far. We're doing a good job taking the ball away, and then usually come out with some points too. So that's a positive.
And Akron made great cuts in there when the alley opened.
He did. He's got good vision, and he's got good feet, needless to say. So it's just a matter of him, cataloging everything and really taking care of all the little detail things. And I think he's improved, and that's exciting to us, certainly.
When's the last time you were this confident in your running game, no matter who's out there?
Well, I don't know if I was real confident today, because we were getting thin, but I feel a lot better now, certainly. And in all seriousness, that was one of the things on the list next week, was to get both those backs tackled a little bit, just because we haven't been able to do it. And before you put them in a game, you sure would like to, test drive them a little bit. And so today, we didn't have any choice, and they really responded. We're not out of the woods yet. We're not going to annoy them, but really, a real positive step for both guys. And this season's already shown. We're going to need that everybody contributing. The other thing, I was remiss in saying that, I think LaShawn was really close to playing today. He was actually politicking in pregame to do it. But we made a decision 2 weeks ago just to get him healthy. So, that would have been irresponsible. We didn't do it. And the other guys, carried the load.
You began the season with two offensive tackles you didn't really know much about.
Yeah.
Now you have 4. Is that a good problem?
It is. It's all good. And I'd like to tell you I saw it coming. But, you do what you have to do. The players respond in a positive way, and that's one of the good things about injuries right now. We got a lot more faith and confidence in a lot of guys, because until you see you guys on the field, we talk about it all the time with quarterbacks, but it's true of every position. Guys have to go out there and experience. They've got to, get banged around a little bit and play in tough circumstances, and we'll find things to correct tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, but there are a lot of positive things that came out of this effort, and again, just very, very proud of the guys.
Do you think 0-7? Did you think about that?
Well, no. I mean, our goal, and it has been for a long time, is to win every ball game. And I think everybody has that same goal. So, it's all about the preparation. First of all, what you do week by week to prepare, and then secondly, it's about how you perform and how you compete. And, these guys are 7 checks right now. It hasn't been perfect, though, and it hasn't always been pretty and all that stuff. But, they find a way to get the job done. That's all you can ask of any team, any player. So that's a good thing. And, we'll expand the 24-hour rule. They've earned that. Want them to enjoy this win. They should. They've earned it. And they should enjoy what they've done over a 7-week block. We've been focused strictly on this thing week by week for 7 weeks. So we'll take some time, rest, rally a little bit, recover, and then we'll start back. The next game is the most important one, but we're gonna wait a couple days before we think about that and even worry about that.
One more question, anything else?
Marshall missed another extra point and a field goal. Is that going to become a concern?
No, it's not going to become one. Things like that happen, and Marshall's a quality guy. Got asked that coming off on the field back there in the second half by one of the TV people, and he's a senior. He's a proven player. He's a clutch guy, and I thought he really recovered and kicked the ball very well in the second half. So if it had come down to a game tying, game winning type field goal, we're going to go with him. There's never any doubt in our mind as a staff at halftime, and we're going to go with our best guys, and he's certainly one of those guys I would trust and really appreciate. And that's that. And then the other thing I just would throw in there too, our fan support. We really appreciate them showing up like they did today. It was a great turnout by Iowa people, and great to have them out there in that fourth quarter. Really, it was fantastic. So we continue to have great support. The enthusiasm they bring. Our players really appreciate that. So it's a good moment when our players can celebrate with them afterwards.